There's a bale of old sheet aluminum back with our loose material. That means one of the guys found an issue with it and put it back out here to be reprocessed. So let me explain to you a little bit of how that process works. When loose aluminum arrives on our yard, it gets dumped onto this concrete pad where it is sorted by grade, and then it is stored in these concrete bays that are currently overflowing because our baler was down for a few days. And once that material is sorted, the Bobcat operator loads it onto the conveyor belt, which feeds our big baler, which is underneath this red building, which this building's kind of getting in bad shape. We probably need to replace some of that sheet metal. And then once it's run through the baler, it gets spit out into these nice, neat bales, which then can be checked, put into inventory, and shipped out to the final consumer. But what's likely happened is once the guys ran it through the baler, either they caught an issue with it when they were moving it away from the end of the baler, or the guys from the warehouse, when they're putting it into inventory, are supposed to check the bales very thoroughly, because that is the second to last check before they get loaded on a truck. The final truck, or the final check rather, is right when the material is getting loaded on the truck, and if we find an issue with it, then it gets put back out here to be reprocessed. And I'm not entirely sure what the issue is specifically with this bale because I wasn't here last week, but since they have it with the loose material, my guess is they need to bust it apart and completely reprocess it. But if there was just one piece in there that was non-conforming, sometimes they can pull it out with a Bobcat, or they will take it over to a torch and sort of cut out any of the pieces that need to be removed. So essentially the material gets checked every step along the way. It gets manually sorted once it's delivered loose, and then the Bobcat operator and the baler operator visually check it as it's getting run through the machine. It gets checked after it comes out of the machine, and then it gets checked when it's put into inventory. And the final and last check is when the material is getting loaded onto a truck to get shipped out of here.